Another American, it is Juventus's Weston McKennie. So McKennie has had an up and down year for club and country. But I think right now, yes, definitely up and down, for sure.
No,
for sure.
You're on this Weston McKennie down train. I don't understand it. Are we going to seriously ignore what he's done at Juventus? How
Herc,
important?
Stop talking for just a second and let me finish for once in your life.
All right.
Weston McKennie has had an up and down year.
I'll stop
Weston
talking.
McKennie has absolutely had an up and down year. Come on. He wasn't clearly a starter the whole year at Juventus. He had his suspension at Juventus as well over COVID-19 protocol issues. He had it with the national team. We can acknowledge those things and still say he's had a year that lands him at number 3 in our top 10 list. You can acknowledge the downs. You don't have to be a Weston McKennie cheerleader here.
That's what I'm doing. Edson Alvarez's cheerleaders
Oh,
call
we
me a
can't
Weston
talk
McKennie
about the negatives here on Futbol Americas. No.
Oh, no, we can't
Herc
do
wants
it.
to protect his Americans. Not an up and down year. No.
Here we go. Seb, the man won multiple titles with Juventus, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On your down year. Yeah, he got, suspended for the protocol in COVID. He should learn
not
from
a
that.
big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal at club and in country. And you said it, he redeemed himself. And what has this man done, okay? He's likened to Arturo Vidal, to people like Conte, okay? And then he goes out with the national team. And all he does is he wins. All he does is he scores clutch goals. You talked about a clutch gene? MVP of the Nations League final, MVP of the Nations League tournament, I should say, goal against Mexico in the final, goal against Mexico in the 2-0. This man, his presence is felt when the U.S. men's national team does not have him in the center of the field. He's so contagious in the way he plays. He makes players around him better. But when he's not there, that's how good I know he is. That's how important I know he is for the U.S. men's national team. You spoke of the clutch gene. This is a winner. He's number 3 on my list.
Yeah, the most impressive thing is the last few months, not just how consistent Herc he's been for Juventus, and they've needed him, but how consistently he's been on the score sheet for Juventus. To me, that's taking it to another level. And when I make the direct comparison between Weston McKennie and Christian Pulisic, and you look at the fall, right? Basically, their fall season, Weston McKennie had a much better and more productive fall. Although there you see the numbers pretty even as far as goal return in domestic competitions is concerned, Herc. So you think Weston McKennie is the number 1 American, yeah?
I've got no issue saying he's the number 1 American. Absolutely.
That's a big change, though, because I feel like for a long time, Christian Pulisic was atop this list. This really has been a development in the last few months with McKennie.
Here's the thing with Christian Pulisic more than Weston McKennie. Do not confuse being the poster boy, being the face of a sport, being the face of U.S. soccer in this country for being the player who's in the best moments, okay? Because that changes. That is fluid. We can agree on this. And I think the moment that Weston McKennie has had throughout the year, even with the lows that you've mentioned, have been clearly, I don't want to say more important because winning the Champions League is very important and being that type of player, but clearly more impactful in CONCACAF. I have to go with Weston McKennie. I just think everything, the intangibles he brings, his durability, his willingness to fight through things, stay on the field, to be that player who impacts the game in certain ways, whether that's defending, whether that's getting on the end of things, becoming that clutch factor for the U.S. men's national team. It was very hard for me to ignore all these things, and I put him at number 3.
And, of course, where he's doing it, too, right? It's a very short list of American players that have held down a starting job as long as he has at a club like Juventus. That's awfully impressive, especially for a player who is, again, very, very young, like a lot of these Americans that we talk about when this U.S. men's national team is involved.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.